remember that day, yeah.
Do you remember that?
A great big blister from my thumb.
You look, you got a chicken drumstick in your hand. That's about the only thing you eat.
With laughter in their voices and smiles on their faces, the Webb family thumbed through a photo album filled with 15-year-old memories. But as vibrant as these stories sound, they're snapshots from arguably the hardest chapter in this family's life.
And look what you got for a birthday present.
Snakes.
Snakes.
The Bug Boy of 3B was Matt's nickname at the BC Children's Hospital, a place he spent much of his time fighting cancer at just 4 years old.
Burkitt's lymphoma. It's a rare and more aggressive form of cancer. It attacks everything, but it's got a habit of going for the spine and brain, and it's most common in young boys.
This kind of cancer is known to be so aggressive that it can double in just 16 to 18 hours. So when Matt was diagnosed, the family picked up everything and went to Vancouver, where Matt would begin an intense 6 months of chemotherapy.
To go from, you know, what we thought was a healthy little 3, almost 4-year-old, and then finding this out, coming home and saying, you know, he's got cancer. It's pretty tough.
With Mom staying with Matt in Vancouver, Dad back home in Victoria taking care of their 4 other kids, it became harder and harder for this family to live a normal life. But it was the Canadian Cancer Society stepping in with some extra funds that really gave them hope.
It wasn't just receipts and you know, just, it was always a little bit extra. There was extra notes and encouragement.
Dear Stephen and Susan, thank you so much for the picture of Matthew and his rubber mice.
The financial aid was one of 3 Canadian Cancer Society initiatives the family benefited from. The second is Camp Good Times, a place for kids with cancer and their families.
Prank wars were always a highlight. There was a snowball fight in July, and it was cold mashed potatoes. Camp itself is just one rolling highlight.
And then there's research. Near the end of Matt's treatment, the chemo seemed to be hurting him more than the cancer. So they stopped his treatments with hopes he had enough chemo to kill the cancer. Thankfully, it was enough.
That's one of the things that research is doing. So instead of using the word survive, they use the word thrive, and that's just huge. That's really, really huge.
Time will tell.
Now, 15 years later, this family cannot overlook the support the Canadian Cancer Society gave them, so they continue to spend years giving back.
The Turtle Rock's been really a big thing for us because we've seen, we benefited from the things it stands for, the Camp Good Times and cancer research.
The family's been known to raise about $1,000 a year for the Tour de Rock, but this year Matt rode in the tour, so he raised nearly $13,000.
I didn't know if he was actually going to be able to have the physical ability to do this, and it was amazing to see how even just in the last couple of years, his strength has improved.
No, I don't want one of these.
Okay, then you need to cut another one because I need 4.
Looking at him now, you would never guess this healthy 20-year-old with an appetite for more than just chicken wings had cancer. But it's a moment in his life he won't forget.
I don't feel like I did nearly as much as the doctors did, you know? And so it's an accomplishment for sure, but I definitely feel like it's not just mine.
In Victoria, I'm Jen Muranetz.